I felt like I was there by myself. Before the Rihannas, before the Tierra Marie, I was the first female to be signed to Rockefeller Records.
I got what you want, got what you need. I want you to imagine what you could see now. Can you pay my bill?
Ever caught yourself in a 3 a.m. rabbit hole asking, what on earth happened to Nicole Wray? Stick around. We're about to find out.
I know you don't like me. I knew it wouldn't meet.
In 1998, the music scene is buzzing, and here comes Nicole Wray exploding onto the stage with the kind of talent that makes you go, wow. She's got the vocals that could kill, and Missy Elliott herself is cheering her on from the sidelines. You bet your bottom dollar she'd be the next big thing, right? But hold on, folks. Despite all the glitz and glamour and a heavyweight like Missy in her corner, Nicole's albums just didn't stick the landing. I mean, they were practically collecting dust. It's as if she pulled a Houdini on us. Poof, and she's gone from the music business. Born in the sunny vibes of Salinas, California, Nicole's life took a turn for the musical when her family packed up and moved to Portsmouth, Virginia. Picture this. A young Nicole, standing in church, belting out gospel tunes with a fervor that could shake the heavens. She's got this wild, heart-tugging dream that if she hits those notes just like her dad, who pulled a disappearing act when she was a munchkin, he might just waltz back into her life. Can you imagine? Cue the violins and a spotlight, please. Her soundtrack? A mixtape of influences from the divas themselves. TLC's grooves to Mariah Carey's sky-high notes. It's like Nicole's personal playlist was curated by the music gods to prep her for stardom. Enter stage left, Missy Elliott, Portsmouth's very own rap goddess. Now, this is where it gets cinematic. Nicole's brother, playing Cupid with a twist, decides it's showtime. He gets Missy to listen to Nicole's voice, and it's like Missy struck by lightning. She's that blown away. Next thing you know, it's not just anyone knocking on Nicole's door. It's Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, ready to turn Nicole's dream into reality. Talk about a plot twist. It's like fate decided to write Nicole's ticket to the stars with Missy Elliott holding the pen.
Missy Elliott discovered me. She was looking for a female singer. And my brother was like, I got somebody, my sister, she's a singer, you know. I guess they exchanged numbers. My mom called me and said, Melissa Elliott is at the house and she wants to meet you. I'm walking, I'm like, Melissa Elliott, da-da-da. And I get in the house and she's there and she's like, well, sing something for me. And back in the day, I was just bust out singing loud. And she's like, oh my God, you remind me of a little Mary J. Blige. And so I would walk over to her house after school. And then one day she asked my mom if she could take me to Philadelphia. And I think that's when we embarked on Nicole's going to be an artist. She was like, I'm going to get you a record deal. And at the time I was like, record deal? You know, you're a kid. You're like, record deal. Okay. And she got me a freaking record deal.
Cue the dramatic music because signing Nicole was the easiest decision Missy probably ever made. It catapulted Nicole right into the stratosphere of the music world, faster than you could say overnight sensation. Suddenly, Nicole's hanging out with Timbaland, Aaliyah, and the creme de la creme of music royalty. It's like she won the golden ticket to the chocolate factory, but instead of chocolate, it's fame, baby. And just like that, Nicole's living the dream with a backstage pass to the high life, rubbing elbows with the elite. Who knew that going from gospel choirs to glitzy glamour could just be a note away? In 1997, she dropped her debut album, Make It Hot. It had some solid tracks like Eyes Better Not Wander and that hit single, Make It Hot. But you know, despite the success of the single, the album itself didn't quite blow up. It reached number 42 on the Billboard 200 and got certified gold, but it wasn't a huge sensation. Plus, she had to battle it out with heavy hitters like Monica and Faith Evans dropping albums around the same time. Tough competition, right?
I was a new artist and everybody was confused of what the hell to do with me. Because you get that. When you're out there, you knew they don't know what is going to hit and what's going to miss. I just felt like maybe I should just kind of go in another direction or just, that's what I was feeling.
But Nicole wasn't about to let that get her down. She even did a guest spot on Missy Elliott's All in My Grill. That's some serious street cred right there. Feeling the taste of success, Nicole decided to get cracking on her second album, Electric Blue. She took the reins, started writing her own songs, and released a single called I'm Looking Around.
I think I might have been like 22 when I first, I'm taking myself serious as a writer.
However, things didn't go as planned. Missy was juggling a bunch of other artists, leaving Nicole's album in limbo. She felt like she was drowning in the chaos and didn't have a voice in the whole process. Can you imagine? It's like trying to swim in a sea of paperwork.
I told Missy I didn't understand what was happening with the second album because I had already recorded it. I was never shelved. I decided to walk out of that situation because there was no nourishment. There was nothing that I needed and that I wanted after I had the success of Make It Hot. I wanted to keep going. I didn't want to be on the back burner. I didn't want to wait. My sister and I, we packed all of our things. She hooked her car onto the back of a U-Haul and we drove all the way to Atlanta. And she didn't stay with me long. She was like, I can't. She saw that downside, like me just sitting around waiting for, opportunities and, that knock on the door or the phone to ring. And I think she felt like, wow, this is, because she loved me. I think she felt like, I was there by myself.
Picture this. Nicole's in the game, thinking life with Missy Elliott is her golden ticket. But plot twist. She realizes that climbing the charts under Missy's wing is more like navigating a minefield in stilettos. So what does our girl do? She decides to cut ties and fly solo. But oopsie daisy, looks like somebody forgot to tell her that breaking up with Missy Elliott is like leaving the Godfather's family. It just ain't gonna be smooth sailing. Nicole's departure from the label was like watching a beautiful ship hit an iceberg, Titanic style. Suddenly, her sophomore album, Electric Blue, became the most famous album never to hit the shelves. Yep, it was ready for its close-up, but alas, it got stood up at the altar. During this saga, Nicole's hitting more bumps than a teenager's face before prom night. She's feeling more deserted than a dieting person's fridge. Friends, scattered like leaves in the wind. Career path, as clear as mud. Our girl's hitting a low note, feeling about as successful as a screen door on a submarine. But wait, there's a silver lining. Nicole starts penning songs for other artists. Yep, she's turning her lemons into lemonade, or at least into mildly successful background music. It's not the spotlight she dreamed of, but hey, in the world of show business, you're either a one-hit wonder or a behind-the-scenes miracle worker. Nicole, she's choosing to be the unsung hero one-hit song for someone else at a time.
I was writing and doing a lot of things to just stay above water. And that's what I was doing. I did some stuff for 3LW when they first hit the scene. Did some gospel stuff with Pam and Dodie. So I was kind of like becoming that writer, mentor, behind the scenes person that I never thought that I would even be able to handle.
Then in the mid-2000s, Dame Dash showed up like a beacon of hope. Nicole met him through Connie Burns and got offered a signing to Rockefeller Records. She was pumped and didn't waste any time jumping on board. That same year, she dropped her debut single with Rockefeller, If I Was Your Girlfriend, and it did okay, giving her a bit of a boost. But just when she thought she was about to hit the jackpot and drop the album Missy wouldn't let out of the bag, drama ensues. Nicole is all set to release her comeback album, ready to shine like the star she's meant to be, but then out of nowhere, Jay-Z and Dame Dash decide it's the perfect time to turn the professional relationship into a soap opera episode. Yes, you heard it right. Just about a year after Nicole signs on, thinking she's finally found her musical haven, Jay-Z and Dame Dash's bromance hit the rocks. They're duking it out over how to run the show, and suddenly, Nicole's dream comeback is looking more like a guest appearance on a drama series. And the kicker? Our girl Nicole was as clueless about the brewing storm as a cat in a cat show.
Went on, be just on hold. The album never came out. I was home and there again took another break, a long one.
With the label's dissolution, Nicole's dreams of dropping that second album were shattered. She found herself once again out of the spotlight. And if that wasn't enough, she had to deal with family drama and her dad's struggles with addiction. It was a rough time all around, and Nicole needed a breather. But you have to hand it to the girl. She's a fighter. Staking everything on Dame Dash, she decided to follow him into Dame Dash Music Group. There, she kept churning out tunes and mixtapes, trying to keep her music career alive. In 2009, she recorded vocals for the Black Keys LP called Brothers. And guess what? It ended up snagging a Grammy.
And we went on to work on that Black Rock album that was unique because it was like rock meets hip hop. The guys loved what I did so much on that album. They asked me to come and work on the Brothers album that win 3 Grammys.
Around 2013, it looked like Nicole was making a comeback, deciding she was done with her hiatus. She teamed up with UK soul singer Terry Walker to form this cool retro soul duo named Lady. You know, she's been through some rough patches in her career, making some not so great choices when she was feeling desperate. She kind of regrets not speaking up more and sticking with the wrong crowd. But then Lady drops this single called Get Ready, and it's like the universe is saying, hey, Nicole, get back in the game. So Nicole and Terry were at it, working on their thing for about a year. But then, plot twist, Terry decides she's out, wants to focus on her solo stuff. Tough call, but she had to do what she had to do. They parted ways amicably, though. Terry brought her Euro vibe and Nicole brought her American soul, creating this cool blend. They were just seeing where it would take them, you know. But Nicole, she's no stranger to the roller coaster ride of life. She brushed off the breakup like a pro and dove into the project on her own. Despite being knocked down more times than a bowling pin, Nicole Wray, now reborn as Lady Wray, wasn't about to throw in the towel. Fast forward to 2016 and voila, she breaks the curse. Under the spotlight as Lady Wray, she drops Queen Alone, her second album with Big Crown Records, marking her grand re-entry with a new vibe and a new name. Queen Alone touched on themes of overcoming life's challenges and personal triumphs. According to Nicole, it reflects her journey and transformation. In her own words, she was in a happy state of mind while recording it. She found her place at Big Crown Records, and everyone hoped it would last. She also shared that she wanted to steer clear of writing sad songs for this album. It's all about growth and positivity.
This is the third situation. You got Missy, you got Rockefeller, and now you have Rock Soul that is embracing me from the Nicole from back that was with Missy. It just let me know that I have something special. It's a voice that is in my bloodline. My father, my grandmother, my grandfather that just passed away. All of them have that. It's in my blood. It's my ancestors. It's what I am put here to do.
When asked about her relationship with Missy, Nicole kept it classy. She mentioned they're not as close as they once were, but still exchange texts once in a while. There's still love there, you know. Despite facing mistreatment from labels and recording several unreleased albums, Nicole remained triumphant. Hopefully, she'll get the recognition she truly deserves. Lady Wray's music is still making waves, with over 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. And given that she has a net worth of around $3 million, you can bet she's soaring in success. Her most popular songs include Guilty and Come On In. As for Nicole's other Spotify page, it garners about 6,000 monthly listeners, with her hit song If I Was Your Girlfriend leading the pack.